Watching the Weather by Edna Eckert.
It's a non-fiction book.
It has a table of contents.
On the back, there is a bunch of other books that you can check from the library. If you listen carefully, you can take a quiz.
Watching the Weather. This is the table of contents.
Today the weather is warm. The sun is bright.
Look at the sky. The weather is changing.
Dark clouds are moving above us. They block the sun. There will be a storm soon. The dark clouds bring rain. The wind blows too.
There is lightning during the storm.
After the storm, the sky clears. We can see the sun again.
The air is cooler after the storm.
Some people study the weather. They look at pencils, pictures that show how the clouds are moving. People who study the weather are on the news. They tell us that the weather will be like tomorrow. The weather is fun to watch.
Look here to find new words and find out more. We hope you enjoy the story.
Oh man, it's raining. Now we can go outside and play at recess. Yeah, but rain is actually good for us though. Yeah, let's talk about why it's good for us. Rain is really good for animals.
Rain makes water for them to drink.
Rain is also good for plants. Rain needs water to grow.
We need plants for food. We need plants for oxygen.
Rain is part of the water cycle. When the clouds get heavy, the rain falls out. Sometimes it's fun to play in the rain.
But you have to wear your rainbow city rain jackets because you don't want to get sick.
I guess it's good that it's raining after all. Yeah. Just sing in the rain. Just sing in the rain. No worries, feeling unhappy again.
Just singing and dancing in the rain.
We are going to be reading about Rainy Days by Jennifer S. Burke.
This is a non-fiction book that's filled with information or true facts. This is available at the Mary B. Austin Library.
After the title page comes the table of contents. The table of contents tells you about the facts and some of the things that might be in the book.
End of the book, there are new words
to be found in vocabularies at the end of the book. There's also indexes at the end of the book. These are some other weather-related titles in these series. These teach you a lot about weather, and they will teach you a lot and get you interested in watching the Weather Channel, meteorologists, and probably getting the job.
Rainy Days by Jennifer S. Burke. Rainy Days. The table of contents. Today it is raining. The sky is gray. Raining days are not very bright outside. Even on rainy days, I go outside.
I wear my raincoat outside. I also wear my rubber boots. The rain falls on my coat.
I like to reach out my hand and feel the rain. The raindrops splash against my palm. Rain makes my hands all wet.
In the car, I look out the window. The raindrops slide down the window. My mom turns on the wipers. They wipe away the rain. Now she can see clearly. We go shopping at the mall. My mother buys a new umbrella.
When we get home, it is still raining. I like to play with puzzles on rainy days.
Sometimes after it rains, the sun comes out. All the green leaves and bushes are bright.
Check out the vocabulary list at the end. Here are some other places that you can find out more. Last but not least, this is the index.
We hope you enjoy the book.
Somewhere out there, the sun is shining on a puddle, and that's what we just call the water cycle.
Water from a little puddle turns to gas, evaporation. Gas forms into puffy clouds, condensation. The clouds get heavy and the rain pours down. Precipitation and more puddles on the ground. Oh, the water cycle round and around. Vapor goes up and the rain comes down. Water in the sky, ocean in the ground. It's all in a cycle going round and around.
My name is Zaire and I play the sun.
My name is Lita and I play the water. My name is Damon and I play the evaporation. My name is Caitlin and I play condensation. My name is McKay and I play precipitation.
The water cycle goes around and around.
Today we are going to learn about wind. What is wind? Air in motion.
Air in motion.
Wind. Two things to direct at wind: speed and direction. Wind can be very powerful.
Wind can give hurricane tornadoes their strength.
If there's a fire in the forest, wind is what moves it along. Wind can be very slow. Wind can also be very fast. my air moves.
The sun shines down on the earth.
The rock, grass, and water all absorbs the heat in different ways. The hot air rises up in the air.
And the cold air blows into to take its place.
You can't see the wind, but you can feel it blow your hair.
When air is moving, it is awesome.
We created a story about when a tornado comes. It's a beautiful day outside today. I don't think so because the clouds are gray. Me too. Look.
It's kind of getting chilly out here.
Everybody, it's time to come in. There's a bad tornado coming. What do? We're scared. You go down to the floor, put your squat down, put your head, hands over your head. Face the wall, Jack, please. Other way. Now all we do is just wait a couple of minutes. Okay. It's safe to come up, everybody. Let's go. Good job for doing the tornado drill. 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 And last of all, I made it too. Don't be scared if there's a tornado drill. Get in your safety position.
Hey, child, how are you doing today? Good. We're having a debate on the weather. Will you choose for us? Sure. Well, let's have a seat.
First, we're going to hear from Mrs. Sunny.
I am Mrs. Sunny. Sunny weather feels awesome. You could play outside all day long. Don't you love the feeling on the warm sun on your skin? If you choose me, you have gorgeous sun days every day.
Well, what did you think of Mrs. Sunny?
Well, I would like to feel the warm sun on my skin.
Well, that was some good points, but now let's hear from Brother Cloudy.
I am Brother Cloudy. You should choose me because I can make gorgeous clouds in the sky. Have you ever seen a sunset on a cloudy evening? It makes beautiful colors. Clouds are just fun and you know it. Choose me, Brother Cloudy, for your weather for the rest of the year.
What did you think about Brother Cloudy?
Well, I would like to see the clouds change shapes every day.
Well, now let's hear from Mr. Stormy.
I am Mr. Stormy. I'm in charge of the powerful weather, like tornadoes, hurricanes, thunderstorms. I make the other weather look weak. You better pick me or else you'll regret it.
Ooh, what did you think about Mr. Stormy?
Well, that was pretty intense, but that would be really cool.
Well, now let's hear from Sister Snowy.
I'm Sister Snowy. Choose me as your weather. You'll ice skate, have a snowball fight, and make a snowman. And you can lay down and make snow angels in the snow. Choose Sister Snowy for your weather, please. It will be winter snowy.
Well, what did you think about Sister Snowy?
Well, I would like to make snow angels in the snow, and it really would be really cool to like throw snowballs.
Well, she had some good points, but now which one will you choose? Or remember, which one you ever choose, it'll be the one for the rest of the year.
Pick me, Mrs. Sunny. Pick me, Brother Gladdy. Pick me, Mr. Stormy. Pick me, Sister Snowy.
After lots of time thinking, I picked all of them.
Well, you're saying you want all of the weather?
Well, all of the weather makes the whole year complete.
Enjoy the weather.
How can you be prepared when a hurricane comes?
You've got to make sure you have a safe place to stay or a relative to stay with. If you don't have a place to stay, there might be a shelter nearby. But if you can't get to the shelter, you might have to leave town.
Before the storms hit, you got to make sure your home is ready. You need to board up your windows, lock the door, and pick up the yard. You need to take care of people that can't take care of themselves, like old people and pets, and disabled people. You know the storm is coming for days, so go ahead and buy your supplies early. There might be no power after a hurricane, so you need food that doesn't need to be refrigerated. There might be not clean water out of your faucet, so you need bottles of water so there is clean water. Get flashlight and batteries, because when the power go out and when the sun go down, you can't see in the dark. You need to gas up your car because it might take days before you get new gas. I hope a hurricane never come to Mobile. If it does, all the Melody Austin students are gonna know what to do.
Today we're gonna teach you thunder and lightning.
Sometimes lightning can go from cloud to cloud. Sometimes lightning can go cloud to the ground. And that can be dangerous.
Lightning is extremely hot.
When lightning hits sand, it makes it turn into glass.
Lightning is dangerous, so you better go inside. If you riding your bike or playing golf, you immediately go inside. Don't take a chance you could get struck.
Lightning travels fast through water, so get out of the pool fast and get inside. You can have lightning without thunder. You cannot have thunder without lightning.
Thunder sounds loud and it can be frightening.
When lightning hits the ground and air travels, it
rushes in very fast and makes a boom like a speedboat motor starting. That is thunder. It's the cold air rushing in to fill where that hot air was.
Yeah.
Let's listen again. I know it sounds scary, but don't be frightened. We can use thunder as a tool.
If you see lightning flash, count the second, and then you'll know how far away it is from you. Rain is an important part of life, and we can't help to have lightning and thunder sometimes. Try to be brave.
Thunder Cake is available in our library. It's about a little girl who learns to be brave in a thunderstorm. Check it out.
I hope you learn a lot about lightning and thunder.
Be safe.
This is the book of Hot Days, and this is the book that we are going to be reading about.
This is a nonfiction book. That means it's filled with information.
This book is available in our Mary B. Austin library.
It does have a table of contents to show you all the information. These are some other Twitter things that we have in the library.
This is Hot Days by Jennifer S. Burke. And this is the table of contents.
The sun is out today. The air feels hot. It's going to be a hot day today.
On hot days, I like to try and stay cool. Sometimes on hot days, I go to the beach. I wear my bathing suit and a t-shirt. I wear flip-flops on my feet to keep them cool.
We stick a beach umbrella in the sand. Beach towels protect us from the hot sand. I stay cool in the shade under the umbrella.
I drink lots of cold water on hot days. Water keeps my body cool.
The beach is where many people come on hot days. A lot of people are in the water today.
Hot days make me sweat. My skin is all wet. Sweat helps my body to stay cool on hot days.
Sometimes hot days bring a hot breeze. A hot breeze on a hot day makes me even hotter.
There are other ways to stay cool on hot days. I like to run through our sprinkler in the yard. I can't feel the heat under the cold water.
Some hot days are too hot to go outside. Then I stay inside and read a book. The air conditioner keeps me very cool.
We hope you enjoyed this story.
Excuse me, child, we need your help.
What do you need?
The royal seasons are having a debate. No, we need you to choose the best one. Which season is the best?
I can help.
Come this way. We will hear first from the Queen of Winter.
Winter is clearly the best season. Just look around you at all the beautiful snow. In winter, you can snuggle and drink hot chocolate. I know that you wish it was winter all year long.
Well, what do you think?
I think she has a point. I love chocolate and marshmallows.
And the winter is beautiful.
Yes, I agree.
Now let's hear from the Princess of Spring.
I'm the Princess of Spring. Spring is a beautiful season where flowers bloom. New baby animals are going to be born. Beautiful colors are everywhere again. Don't you wish it was spring all year?
What do you think of the Princess of Spring argument?
I think I like it. I like baby owls in colors.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Spring is a lovely season.
Well, let's give summer a chance. Now let's hear from the King of Summer.
Summer weather is hot. You can go swimming. You can play at the beach. Summer weather is meaning you out of school. I know you love the summer the best. Don't you wish it was summer all year long?
Oh, what do you think, the King of Summer? Should it be summer all year?
I think I like summer with some lovely trees.
And you can go swimming.
It was a good point.
But we still need to hear from the Princess of Fall.
I am the Princess of Fall. Fall weather is perfect. Don't you like the chilly air? You're not getting hot and sweaty every day or more. Plus the leaves are so beautiful on the trees. I know you should choose to pick fall all year long.
What did you think of the Princess of Fall?
I think I like it with autumn with weather.
Yeah, the weather does feel good.
The leaves are beautiful colors.
You're right. So which season should we pick for the whole year? You have to choose.
What a hard decision.
Pick winter because Christmas is in the winter. Pick spring because Easter's in spring.
Pick summer because it's 4th of July and you can see the sparks in the sky.
Pick fall. You'll have Thanksgiving and Halloween.
It's gonna be.
After much thought, I have decided I like them all.
You mean you want to keep all 4 seasons with it?
Yes. A year is completed when you get experiment all the seasons.
Great, Joyce.
Enjoy the seasons!
Hey guys,
Hey.
our part is due today. Did everybody do their part?
I did. I gave mine to Piper.
I did too. Sure, I have it here, right? Guys?
Clouds are a large collection of very tiny droplets of water or ice crystals. The droplets are so small and light they float in the air.
How are clouds formed? All air contains water. When warm air rises, it expands and cools. Cool air can't hold as much water vapor as warm air, so some of the vapor condenses onto tiny pieces of dust floating in the air. When billions of these droplets come together, they become a cloud you can see.
The clouds reflect the light of the sun. Light is made up of all the clouds
Colors.
of the rainbow, and then you add them all together, you get white.
Turns clouds gray. If the clouds get thick enough or high enough, all the light doesn't get through, so it looks dark or gray. Also, some thick clouds cast shadows on lower clouds, adding to the darkness. Guys, this is going to be great. Our teacher's going to love it.
What's the weather like today, guys? Not a cloud in the sky. Hey, looks like a cloudy day.
How will we learn about clouds today?
Nimbus clouds are dark, gray, heavy. They bring rain, snow, hail, lightning, even tornadoes.
Cirrus clouds are white, wispy, usually have ice crystal. They are high, usually indicates and change in the weather scene. Cumulus clouds are fluffy like cotton balls, white or gray, lower in the sky. They form in groups. If you have cumulus clouds on a warm, sticky morning, you might have thunderstorms in the afternoon.
Stratus clouds is a cloud that covers the whole entire sky. And sometimes a drizzle comes. And sometimes grayish and white.
Today we have stratus clouds.
This book is available from the library. It's called It Looked Like Spilt Milk by Charles G. Shaw. Sometimes it just looked like spilt milk, but it was just a cloud. I hope you check it out, because you will like it. Stratus, Cirrus,
Cumulus.
Nimbus. Clouds are cool.
I'm a snake and I'm ready to go hibernate.
Squirrel, and I'm gathering nuts for the winter.
My goodness, I see geese flying south for the winter. Today we are going to read the book Watching the Seasons. It is written by Adana Eddard.
Did you know this book is in our school library?
We hope you have a good time. We hope you like the book.
Watching the Seasons by Adana Eddard.
This is the table of contents. It tells us what is in the book. There are 4 seasons of each year. The first season of the year is winter. The weather is very cold in the winter. In some places it snows.
Spring starts after winter. It gets warmer in the spring. Flowers bloom and plants grow in the spring.
Summer comes after spring. It gets hot in the summer. In the summer, the sun stays up in the sky later. People play outside more. Fall comes after summer. The weather begins to get cooler. The leaves on the trees change color in the fall. The leaves turn yellow, orange, and red. At the end of fall, winter starts again. The 4 seasons are beautiful to watch. The end. We are about to go into fall. We're going to tell you what you need so you'll be prepared. Instead of seeing all green, we now see orange, yellow, brown, and sometimes purple. In fall, you'll start seeing that the leaves start falling. You start to have to wear your uniform back in the fall because you're going back to school. It gets chilly in the fall, so you should wear longer pants and maybe a light jacket. In fall, now you know what to be prepared for, because now you know what to wear. Following fall, we move into winter. During the winter, the nights get longer and the weather gets colder and the wind blows harder. On December 25th, we celebrate Jesus' birthday every winter. During the winter, you have to wear warm clothes like a hat, a scarf, and gloves.
You're going to have to wear a thick jacket and maybe a hood in winter.
During the winter, it is fun to snuggle and drink hot chocolate. In winter, it might snow a lot. In the upper country, upper states, not that much in both states. But we hope this year in Mobile there will be snow. After winter, we move into spring. This spring, a lot of flowers grow and the weather gets warmer. You can put your heavy jacket up and wear your white sweater again.
In spring, you're going to want pants, but also just pay attention because it's going to get a lot hotter soon.
Spring is a season of flowers, new growth, and new life.
Summer follows
spring. And guess what happens in
Summer.
In summer, the lights are so bright you have to wear a hat or that kind of hat. Really, you need to protect your skin and your eyes with a hat and sunglasses. A lot of people go to the beach and the pool because it's hotter and it's warmer to where swim practice starts, soccer sometimes starts, and we have a great time and we go swimming in the pool. People wear bathing suits, flip-flops, and shorts in summer because it is very hot. And we all love summer because we get a break from school. Now I hope you know how to dress appropriately in all 4 seasons.
Second grade has been focusing on researching, note-taking, and recording facts about different American inventors during second quarter. As a school, we have focused on United We Stand as a theme. The second graders made sure to think about how the inventions that these Americans created have helped to unite people. We are also inspired to keep being innovative, collaborative, critical thinkers, and problem solvers as well. Many of these inventors were simply living life, making observations about areas that could be improved on, or recognizing a need that needed to be met and then invented something to meet that need. We can do that too. We are the next generation of great creators, innovators, and inventors. We can help unite our world. Here are our second grade Famous American Inventors presentations. Miss Bolton's second grade class researched Samuel Colt, Marion Donovan, Orville and Wilbur Wright, and Walt Disney. Mrs. Golden's class researched John Moses Browning, Marty Cooper, Dr. Jonas Salk, and Mark Zuckerberg. Mrs. Milling's second grade class researched Willis Carrier, Samuel Morse, Henry Ford, and Bette Nesmith Graham. And Mrs. Rose's class researched Alexander Graham Bell, Steve Jobs, Eli Whitney, and Mary Anderson. We hope you enjoy the presentations and learn a lot about these great American inventors.
Our famous American inventor is Marion Donovan. She invented the disposable diapers. She was a housewife, not a scientist in a lab.
It was 1949. She was tired of the thankless job of cleaning sheets and changing wet clothes constantly over and over again. She took her shower curtain to her sewing machine and she invented a plastic cover for the cloth diapers. She called it a boater because it looks like a boat to her. She took her ideas to the businesses and the men who owned it didn't think it was useful. It took a long time for them to agree for her to sell it. Finally, she was able to sell it at Saks Fifth Avenue and it sold like wild. It was a huge success.
She improved on her design and started using a special kind of paper. It would absorb wetness, like keeping that wetness away from the baby's skin. This was the first disposable throwaway diaper.
We still use throwaway diapers today. She also put a snap instead of a safety pin for a baby. Again, the business owners thought this is a silly idea, and they were not interested in making this. It took 10 years before they gave it a chance. It was wildly successful.
The company that finally gave her a chance was Pampers. People still use Pampers on their babies today.
How do disposable diapers unite this?
I think how the disposable diapers unite us because you don't have to constantly clean up stuff. You can just change a diaper.
Anybody who changes the diaper is happier now because it's so much easier to change the diaper. And the babies are happier too.
You don't have to be a scientist in a lab to invent something amazing that could unite us all.
Thank you, Mary and Donovan.
Our famous American inventor is Samuel Colt.
He was born in 1814, and that was almost 200 years ago.
When he was young, he liked it to tinkle with his dad's firearms. Firearm is an old-fashioned way to say guns.
He was 16. He saw a ferry boat wheel. He watched it swim around in the water. It gave him a big idea.
What is his big idea?
The idea was to make a Colt revolver that can shoot more than one bullet.
Andrew Jackson really liked his invention. He was our president at the time.
How does a gun unite us?
His invention helps people protect one another and families in stronger ways.
These are younger people who have big ideas. Samuel Colt had a big idea. When he was 16 old. That's young.
Samuel Colt had a big idea, and you can too.
I'm here to tell you about the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur Wright.
Orville and Wilbur had a very successful bicycle business in Ohio. They earned enough money so they could invest in something cool. They were thinking about traveling in the air, kind of like a kite, only something people could ride on. They wanted to invent the first airplane.
They invented the first airplane, which was called the Wright Glider. It did not have a motor, and it only flew for 12 seconds.
This is the first time that people were able to travel in a plane back in the old days. Now our planes are more sophisticated. They have metal wings, rockets, and other things. They didn't stop with just a glider. They kept, every time they made a mistake, they kept on writing down notes and kept on trying again until they got it correct. We call that process trial and error. That's what happens when you make a mistake and then you write down the notes. Making mistakes can be a great thing when you learn from it.
The first flight was taped in Kitty Hawk, December 17, 1903. Kitty Hawk is in North Carolina. They went there because of the weather.
You can see the very first airplane, the Wright Glider, in National Air and Space Museum, Washington, D.C. I am going there this New Year's, so I can't wait to look at it.
The airplane is an invention that we still use today. Many people fly around the world every day.
How does the airplane today unite us with the airplane in the old days? Well, flight was made in the old days by the Wright brothers. They made the first Wright glider. It only flew for 12 seconds, but now in our days it's more sophisticated, and now they have rockets and trolley things and motors so they can fly farther. Some of them can even fly all the way around the earth. And now they have more people that can ride on them, and they can travel farther around the globe than they could ever before. We can go around the world and meet other people and be friends and learn about their life and traditions. That was a really great invention for the first time of flight. And we've only improved on it since then, but even though we weren't born when the Wright brothers were, we can still meet them in the invention of the Wright glider in the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.
Thank
you, Wright brothers, for inventing the airplane.
Our famous American inventor is Walt Disney.
He was born on December 5th, 1901, and he died on December 15th, 1966.
He invented these famous characters, Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and Donald Duck.
He was a famous filmmaker.
He was an innovator and animation theme park design. He designed Walt Disneyland and Walt Disney World.
He wanted to invent a perfect place in Epcot.
How does Walt Disney's films and innovations unite us?
The characters and places in his films show us how to work together.
The theme parks have us to have a lot of fun together.
Walt Disney is one of America's most famous individuals. He inspires us to dream big and keep creating. Thank you, Walt Disney!
Our famous American inventor is Dr. Jonas Salk.
Dr. Jonas Salk invented the polio vaccine. Polio is a terrible disease that can paralyze you. To be paralyzed means that you can't use your arms or your legs, depending on how bad you're paralyzed.
A vaccine prevents the disease. You need to take a vaccine before you get sick. In America, babies and young children get lots of vaccines to help keep them well.
Dr. Salk invented the vaccine in 1955. In only 3 years, the new number of polio of cases went down to 30,000 down to 5,000. That's a huge drop.
Dr. Salk was a brave inventor. He tested his vaccine on his wife, children, and himself before giving it to others.
Dr. Jonas Salk was a good man. He wanted his vaccine to be free to all. So he did not patent it on purpose. That's really generous. This quarter we're learning about United We Stand.
How does the vaccine unite us?
He made it free to all, so everyone had a chance to get this.
It's in my body and it's might be in your body too. Ready?
Thank you, Dr. Jonas Salk.
Your head is up.
Our famous American inventor was John Moses Browning.
Go ahead.
John Moses Browning father was a gunsmith, so he was around guns, and then he invented a gun.
John Moses Browning and his brother took over their dad's job as being a gunsmith when his dad died. Okay. Instead of John Moses Browning making guns, he decided that he was going to invent guns. That when he was in his shop, he made over 40 designs. Wow, that surely is a lot. And a lot of people in the World War I used them to fight for our country, for us to be born.
Back then, you had to put the powder in and put the pole in, so you had to be really careful. But John Moses Browning invented a new gun that shoots automatically. And now people still use it today. His most famous gun was the BAR. It was used from soldiers in World War I.
Guys, we gotta figure out why this quarter we are talking about United We Stand. Why are guns so important?
They can help us provide food, and they help hunters get deer faster.
And they also helped us win World War I, so that they could automatically shoot to help us win. Well, guys, thanks very much for helping me with my project I had to do. Thanks.
American inventors invented a line of stuff. It's really cool that weapons also help us.
Thank John Moses Browning.
United we stand!
Our famous American
Is Mark
inventor
Zuckerberg.
is Mark Zuckerberg. He was born on May 14, 1984. He is a young man and he's very, very rich.
He is an American computer programmer. And he is an internet entrepreneur.
And he invented Facebook, online social media network.
Facebook lets other people know about what other people's lives are, what's important to them, and what's happening.
You can follow your friends and family when you're old enough on Facebook.
How does Facebook unite us?
It helps people stay connected with each other.
Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg!
Our famous American inventor,
Martin Cooper. He goes by Marty. He's known as the father of the cell phone.
Marty Cooper invented the cell phone in 1973. It took 10 years before it could be sold to other Americans. So cell phones came out in 1983.
He worked for the company Motorola. He and his wife are business partners. Her name is Arlene Harris.
She is known as the First Lady of Wireless. Marty Cooper is still alive. He is 87 years old.
Again?
How does the cell phone unite us?
Cell phones help us to communicate from wherever we're at, and they can help us to be safe.
Thank you, Marty Cooper. Talk to you later. Our famous American inventor is Bet Nesmus Graham.
She invented liquid paper, which we might call whiteout.
In 1951, she was a secretary. She got tired of the mistakes made from electric typewriters. But she saw painters paint over their mistakes. It gave her the idea of painting over mistakes on paper.
She caught this mixture mistake out. Lots of other secretaries wanted to use it too. She started selling this product, and the sales were over 1 million units each year. That's a lot of sales.
In 1958, she put in the ingredients and then called it liquid paper. She added the chemicals and called it liquid paper.
We are learning about unite till we stand.
How does liquid paper unite us?
It helps us to do our job more quickly.
Thank you, Bet Nesmus Graham.
We are going to teach you about Henry Ford. He is very famous.
Henry Ford did not invent the automobile. Most people think that he did. He invented a kind of automobile, the Model T. But his famous invention is the moving assembly line.
Moving assembly line moves faster too. You can move entire things much faster. You specialize a job instead of the whole thing.
We see the moving assembly line not just on cars, but every day. For example, like at McDonald's, somebody does the bread, somebody does the meat, and somebody does the ketchup, and then somebody does the bread, and then they pass it on. Even in our cafeteria, we see an example like this. One person puts on the meat, the other person puts on the vegetables, and then they pass it to us. We specialize it in fruit and juice. It's a faster way to get a whole job done.
Henry Ford made big changes for the workers too. He changed their daily hours from 9 hours to 8. He paid them more for every day's work. Instead $2.34, he changed it to $5 a day. That's over twice as much.
He wanted the common man to afford automobiles, not just rich people. He hoped that everyone would be able to buy a car. I think he did a good job because almost everybody has a car now these days.
How does the living assembly line unite us?
It helps us build things quickly and safely. Not just cars either, but lots of things.
Thank you, Henry Ford. Our inventor is Samuel Morse. He invented the Morse code.
Morse code was a way of sending messages using electrical currents.
Each letter in the alphabet had a dot dash pattern. You could send them out by spelling them in different dot dash patterns. The operator on the other end would listen to the clicks and type out your message. It's kind of like sending a text message today, but in the past.
Samuel Morse sent the first telegram message on May 24, 1844. He sent this message: "What have God brought?" Samuel Morse was a painter and an inventor. He was born in 1791 and died in 1872. He lived to be 80 years old.
How did the Morse code unite us? People far apart could still communicate by using Morse code and sending telegraphs. Thank you, Samuel Morse.
Thank you, Willis Carrier.
Our famous inventor is Willis Carrier. He is one of the famous American inventors. He had made something that we are glad that we have today.
Started out as an engineer working for a heating company, but he ended up making an air conditioner. Isn't that ironic?
He invented this on 1902. A printing company hired him because their ink was sparing. They used few human in there. They needed him to figure out how to make it less human.
He figured how to make air go over to vertical pipes that cool off the room. And it was the first air conditioner.
Lots of businesses wanted air conditioners too.
Theaters, sports, factories, and even building workers got air conditioners too.
After World War II, homes have air conditioners.
Many grandparents didn't have air conditioners in their house. I'm glad they have it now.
Ooh. On a hot day, I'm glad to have air conditioning.
Us too! Thank you, Willis Carrier!
We're going to tell you about Alexander Graham Bell.
He was born on March 10th, 1876. When he grew up, he was an inventor and a teacher of deaf. Deaf means you can't hear.
On March 10th, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell built the first telephone. And here's a fun fact. The first words he said in the telephone were, "Mr. Watson, come here."
Alexander Graham Bell died on August the 2nd, 1922. But we still use his invention, the telephone, right now.
We are thinking about it. How do we stand?
How does the telephone unite us?
The telephone helps us if we need to tell somebody something. We can just get the phone, we can tap their number, and we don't have to be so close to them and talk to them.
You don't have to be in the same room to talk. Alexander Graham Bell's invention, the telephone, helps us talk around the world or in different states.
Thank you, Alexander Graham Bell, for inventing the first telephone. Hello.
Our famous American inventor is Eli Whitney. He invented the cotton gin.
It was 1793 when he invented the cotton gin. The cotton gin takes seeds out of cotton in an hour, which usually takes all day. The little seeds inside cotton are kind of hard to get out. It would take lots of workers all day to get them out. Now, because of the cotton gin, they could do that in just 1 hour. That really sped things up. Eli Whitney's invention produced for a lot more cotton to come.
He got a patent on this in 1794. People should have to pay them to use this machine. But it was too late. It had been pirated all over the South. So Eli Whitney did not make very much money on his invention.
Cotton is an important material. We use cotton in all kinds of things. Like my shirt, a rug, fabric on a chair, the green screen behind me. We use cotton everywhere.
How does the cotton gin unite us? It helps us make cotton quickly. And like Keegan said, that we use cotton in all kinds of things.
When you snuggle up under your covers tonight, you can thank Eli Whitney
and the cotton gin.
Our inventor is Mary Anderson. She invented windshield wipers.
She is from Alabama, just like us.
She was on a trip to New York when she noticed that people had to roll down their window to see where they were going in the rain.
She designed a swinging device with a blade. It was operated by the driver.
She designed this device in 1903. In 1916, it was on all automobiles.
1917, it became automatic. It would go on a timer.
How does the windshield wiper unite us?
It keeps us safe when we're traveling. It helps us see where we're going in the rain.
Thank you, Mary Anderson.
He was adopted by the Jobs family.
Steve Jobs. He lived in a neighborhood with people who love technology.
He went to Reed College in Oregon. He decided it wasn't for him, and he decided to drop out.
Steve moved back to California.
and that was hired as a video game maker.
Steve Jobs started to make his own computer himself.
In 1981, Steve Jobs made a computer called a Macintosh. It was easy to make as a toaster.
Steve Jobs worked Pixar on 9 years.
October 23rd, 2011, Steve Jobs came out with the iPod. He introduced the iPhone.
October 2011, Steve Jobs passed away because of cancer.
He got him for 3 years. Adventure.
Yeah.
Because he invented Apple Electronics.
Because he invented all the iPods and iPads and all iPhones. Because he invented
I really like iPads.
At Mayor B. Austin, in third quarter, we've been thinking it's a small world. In second grade, we have been learning about fairy tales and folk tales from all over the world.
In communication lab, we have been learning about famous fairy tales and folk tales characters and looking at them in different ways.
We also been working on supporting our opinion with evidence.
Watch these videos and see if your opinion changes about these characters.
We all know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack bought magical beans to grow a giant beanstalk.
Jack climbed the beanstalk and found the giant's house. Jack and the giant got into a huge fight. But who was the real bad guy?
The giant was definitely the bad guy. And first of all, he tried to kill Jack. He also known for eating people. He kept the heart prisoner.
Since the giant was the bad guy, Jack is the good guy. He was good because he was just trying to help his mom. He also saved his whole town from destruction from the giant. He also used his creativity to solve his problems.
Jack was totally the bad guy. He disobeyed his mom and bought the magic bean. He also went to the giant's house uninvited. That's really rude.
Jack stole from the giant's house, and he chopped down the beanstalk, which killed the giant. Jack was the bad guy, and the giant was the good guy. The giant took good care of his belongings. His heart loved him so much that it played music for him.
Now you know what we think. Who do you think is the bad guy?
Hello, it's me, Eric from Miss Rose's class, Group 1B. We are sending you a matrix. Is the Big Bad Wolf guilty or innocent?
We think the Big Bad Wolf is guilty.
The Big Bad Wolf is totally wrong.
He's tricky.
He disguises his voice.
He's dressed in a costume so the pigs would let him in.
He acts nice, but he just wants to eat him.
The wolf wants to blow down their houses.
He does this while the pigs are still inside, which will kill them.
He blows down their house now.
He tries to eat them.
Obviously, the wolf is guilty.
It's a clear choice.
Those was good things about the big bad wolf's guilty. Now let's go to the defense.
We would like to make a difference out of this.
Maybe he is innocent.
I think it's very neighborly of the wolf to go and check on the pigs.
I think it's nice to visit with your neighbors.
He's always smiling.
He's never frowning.
Maybe he's just trying to have a conversation with the pigs.
Maybe the pigs are really bad and the pigs are locking him out and excluding him.
The wolf is in a lot of other stories. Maybe he is good.
He's quite a popular character.
I don't know
Why they wouldn't just talk to him.
We ask you from the bottom of our hearts to reconsider.
Maybe the big bad wolf is not bad at all. There was good points. So we are telling you, which ones do you got to guilty or innocent? The choice is yours. Here's a little drill for you while you do it. What kind of pigs do karate? Pork chop. Pork chop!
Hello. Today we are going to talk about the Little Red Hen. I'm sure you're familiar with this character, but today you're going to hear about two versions about this character. You have to decide if she's good or if she's bad. Let's talk about the evidence that supports her being a good character.
The Little Red Hen is a good character.
And we're going to tell you why.
She's a very hard worker.
She sweeps, she cleans, and she does the laundry and all that.
She's also very talented.
Yeah, she can make good bread.
She shows perseverance.
Yeah, she doesn't give up, even though it takes a very long time to make that bread.
And she's a good teacher.
And she tells all of her animal friends an important lesson.
She teaches them that everyone has to help out.
You can't be lazy.
Isn't it clear?
Absolutely.
The Little Red Hen is a good character.
That was some good evidence. Now let's listen to hear what the other team says.
We disagree. We think the Little Red Hen is bad. She should show how to help. Yeah, maybe they didn't know how to do all the chores. She's not forgiving or merciful. When the others don't help, she holds this against them. That's not very nice. Plus, she ate all the bread. That's selfish and greedy. She must not know how to share. It's totally unhealthy to eat a whole loaf of bread. Isn't it obvious? Absolutely. The Little Red Hen is bad.
That's also some very compelling evidence. You decide if the Little Red Hen is good or bad. What's your opinion?
It's a small world after all. In 2nd grade, we're going to read stories from around the world. Today we're talking about a familiar fairy tale character. We're talking about the Little Mermaid.
Is she brave?
Or is she foolish?
Listen to our evidence and you decide.
We think the Little Mermaid is brave.
Listen to our evidence. We think
you will agree. Ariel is brave when she goes to the surface.
She shows bravery when she saved the prince.
She swims with him all the way to shore. That shows strength.
She follows her heart no matter what.
Even go to the sea witch to make a trade.
That shows bravery because that sea witch is scary.
She fights against Ursula.
Even when Ursula was giant, she didn't run away.
She helps the trapped creature go free.
Don't you agree? Ariel is brave.
We disagree. We think Ariel is foolish.
Listen to our evidence.
She doesn't listen to her dad. She disobeys him whenever she goes to the surface.
Her dad was trying to protect her. You should listen to your dad.
It's foolish to fall in love with somebody that you don't know. Prince Eric was a stranger when she fell in love with him.
He wasn't even the same species as her.
You should never make a deal with a witch. You should never trade your voice or your soul.
You can't fall in love in only 3 days.
Now you heard evidence. What do you think? In your opinion, is a Little Mermaid brave or foolish? You decide. Now you heard our evidence. What's your opinion?
In 2nd grade, we are learning about folk tales and fairy tales around the world. We did something real cool. Talked about a character from 2 points of view. We want you to listen to our evidence and form your own opinion. Maybe you can do some opinion writing and you can tell us what you think.
We have read different versions of Jack and the Beanstalk.
We're gonna have a debate.
Is Jack the good guy and is the giant the bad guy?
Is Jack the bad guy and the giant the good guy?
You decide.
We think that Jack's the good guy.
The giant is the bad guy.
Jack kept his mother from starving when he sold the cow.
Was brave when he see the giant.
Like Jack rescued the things like the heart that the giant has stolen.
He saved the people by chopping down the beanstalk.
He kills the giant so the giant won't kill anybody else.
The giant was a big bully. He eat people.
The giant was trying to kill Jack.
Jack was the good guy.
And the giant was the bad guy.
Don't you agree?
Yes.
Absolutely not. We do not agree. We feel strongly that Jack is the bad guy and the giant is the good guy. Listen to our reasons and see what you think.
Jack disobeys his mother and sold the cow for beans.
She told him to sell it for money. Jack wasn't invited to go in the giant's place. He was uninvited.
He went in and stole things, and that's not okay. The giant earned money and collected cool stuff, and he took care of them. Not prison them. He took very good care. For example, he counted his money every day. He fed his goose, and he let his harp sing. Jack took the harp. The harp cried out for help, and she did not like that. She didn't want Jack taking her away. Save me! Save me! First of all, Jack is a murderer. He killed the giant. Now do you see our point? What do you think? In your opinion,
You think Jack is good or bad?
you decide. What do you think?
We all know the story of the 3 little pigs.
But who was the real bad guy?
Give you all the facts so you can decide.
The wolf is the bad guy. He ate pigs, blew down houses, and he was mean, and he had big teeth.
Since the wolf is the bad guy, the pigs are the good guys. The pigs are the good guys. The pigs help each other, and they're good brothers to each other.
We think the pigs are the bad guys. The pigs didn't share the sugar with the wolf. They boiled the wolf with hot water.
We think the wolf is the good guy. The wolf had allergies. The wolf accidentally sneezed the houses down.
It's not his fault he has to eat cute animals. That's what wolves eat.
We have different opinions, but you can decide for yourself.
We all know this story.
The little red hen.
In your opinion, is a little red hen good?
Or is she bad?
She is good.
She is a very hard worker.
She does chores.
She is talented.
She makes bread.
She teaches the animals a very important lesson.
Don't be lazy.
Help others out. She takes care of them.
Like Emma.
Obviously, the little red hen is good.
No.
We disagree.
We think the little red hen is actually very bad.
But for one thing, maybe the little red hen didn't teach the animals to help.
Maybe they didn't know how to do the things that she could do.
Maybe they couldn't help.
She should have shown them.
For one thing, she ate all the bread.
And that was very, very selfish and greedy.
She's not a good sharer if she hogged the whole thing.
It's also not healthy to eat a whole entire loaf of bread in one whole sitting.
As you can see, the little red hen is actually the bad guy.
Don't you agree?
What do you think? Is she good?
Or is she bad?
We are going to learn about a very familiar fairy tale character, the Little Mermaid. Let's listen to some evidence, and then we'll decide, is she foolish or is she brave?
We think Ariel is brave.
This is all evidence.
For one thing, she saves the prince.
If it wasn't for Ariel, Eric would have drowned.
She chases her dreams.
She doesn't let anything stop her from finding her true love. How romantic.
He goes to the sea witch. That was brave.
Yeah, because that woman was scary.
She makes a big trade with the sea witch, with her legs and her soul, and her voice.
It was very risky. How brave of her.
She fight for her love against Ursula.
It was risky because that woman was giant.
But isn't it obvious?
Absolutely. Ariel is brave.
That was pretty good evidence from that side. Now let's be fair and give the other side a turn.
We disagree. We think Ariel is foolish. It is crazy for a mermaid to fall in love with a human. They're not even the same species. And what's with all this falling in love in 3 days? Don't you think they're rushing things a little bit? She disobeys her dad. You should always listen to your father. It is totally foolish to sign away your soul. Listen here, people. Never a deal with a witch. Isn't it clear? Obviously. Ariel is foolish.
That was both some pretty good evidence. Now, in your opinion, is Ariel brave or is she foolish?
You've heard a lot of good evidence. Now it's up to you to decide. Form your own opinion and write it down. Make sure you include your evidence and ignorance. We can't wait to see you think.
In 2nd grade, we will learn about folktales and fairy tales from around the world. We'll also learn about opinion writing. We told them 2 different versions. Now you can watch these versions and you can form all your opinions. We can't wait until we see what you think.
We have been reading different stories of Jack and the Beanstalk.
In some stories, we might think Jack is the good guy, but in the other story, we might think the giant's the good guy and Jack is the bad guy. We're going to have a debate where you pick where you think that Jack is the good guy or either the bad guy.
Listen to all of the evidence before you make up your own.
We are going to prove that Jack is the good guy.
And the giant is the bad guy.
Jack doesn't eat other people.
And the giant does eat people. It's gross.
Jack is a young little boy and he climbs high to the sky and he's brave.
The giant is a big bully.
He stomps around his feet and scares people saying, fee, fi, fo, fum.
The giant whores the animals, keeping all to himself.
Jack goes up to the castle and rescue these things from this mean giant.
Jack is creative.
Jack traded their cow Milky White so they won't be starved. What do you think?
I think Jack is the good guy and the giant is the bad guy.
Right.
What do you think?
Isn't it obvious?
We respectfully disagree.
Jack is the bad guy and the giant's the good guy.
The giant is the real victim. The giant is living peacefully up above the clouds when Jack comes in
And steals from him like a thief.
The giant was taking great care of his things. He counted his money every day. He fed his golden goose, and he loved to listen to his harp sing.
He's gone without permission. And then the harp came in screaming, Master, help me! Someone's taking me when I don't want to be taken!
Jack was not invited into this castle.
He came in uninvited.
The poor giant was murdered.
With one swing, Jack cut down the beanstalk, causing the giant to fall to his death.
Jack is clearly the bad guy.
And clearly, the giant was the victim.
Now you decide what you think.
What do you think? Is Jack the good guy and the giant the bad guy?
Or is Jack the bad guy?
Or is the giant the good guy?
What do you think?
What do you think?
What do you think? What do you think?
We all know the story of the 3 little pigs.
But who was the real bad guy?
Was the pigs or the wolf?
The wolf was the bad guy because he had scary teeth and he ate the pigs.
He was also rude and he ruled their houses.
Since the wolf was the bad guy, the pigs were the good guys. The pigs were good because they were just trying to help each other and protect themselves. They were good brothers and they listened to their mother.
Pigs were definitely the bad guys. They killed the wolf by letting him fall in boiling water. They also wouldn't share their food.
Since the pigs were bad, that makes the wolf a good guy. The wolf had allergies that made him sneeze, and that's why the houses fell down, and he was trying to make a cake for his grandmother.
Now you have the facts. What do you think?
We're going to talk about the little red hen.
This is the story that y'all already read before.
Do you think the little red hen's good?
Or is she bad?
The little red hen is Potaxis.
That means she's the main character.
And she is good.
She works hard throughout the whole story.
She's very talented to make that bread.
She doesn't quit even though she all has to do it by herself.
She teaches the animals an important lesson at the end.
They need to help out.
They don't need to be lazy.
Clearly,
the little red hen is the good guy. We disagree.
And we think you will too.
Listen to our evidence.
We'll think you'll see that the little red hen is actually the bad guy.
For one thing, she didn't show the other animals how to help. Maybe they don't know how.
Also, she's very selfish at the end to not share.
It seems greedy to me to eat the whole loaf of bread all by yourself.
Yeah, and I don't think it's very healthy either.
She's not very forgiving because she could said, I forgive you, but help me next time. Here's some bread.
Instead, she said, no, I did all the work, I'm getting all the food. That's not very forgiving.
Don't you agree?
The Little Red Hen is actually the bad guy.
What do you think? In your opinion, is Little Red Hen good or bad?
Good morning. We're talking about a familiar fairy tale character. It's one I'm sure you've heard of. It's Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Many of you may think she is brave. Have you ever wondered if maybe she is actually foolish? Let's listen to the elephants. Let's make up our own minds.
We think Ariel's brave. And we think you agree.
For one thing, she saves the prince from drowning.
She's a hero.
She follows her dreams to be with her prince.
Isn't that romantic?
She goes over her fear between Ursula. She had to go to the sea witch to make a trade.
And that one was scary.
She stops the wrong wedding.
Thank goodness.
She fights against the sea witch.
And that woman was a giant against her.
She's trying to save her friends.
That's the right thing to do.
Isn't it obvious?
Yes, it is.
Ariel
is brave.
That's some good evidence. She must be brave. Let's be fair. Let's listen to the other side. We disagree.
We think Ariel is foolish.
She disobeyed her daddy.
You should never disobey your parents.
She leaves her house without permission.
That's not safe.
She goes into the sea witch's home.
Why would she do that?
She gives up her voice.
And trade her soul.
She was supposed to kiss the prince in 3 days.
That's worship things. Don't you think?
She breaks someone's necklace.
And she rude at a wedding.
Isn't it clear?
Yes.
Ariel is foolish. Wow, that was some good evidence. It was up to you to decide. In your opinion, is Ariel brave or foolish?
Now it's time for you to write.
What is your opinion?
Don't forget, support your opinion with evidence.
We just got home from school, and our teacher read us the Jack and the Beanstalk story. Me and my troop are trying to find out, well, how come is Jack going to be bad or good? We have no idea what, so either listen to this video and send your guess. We clearly feel that Jack is the good guy, and the giant is clearly the bad guy. Jack is the good guy because Jack helped his mother from starving and getting things that has money to get food. The giant is a bad guy because he stole money and all the people below him could not buy enough food to eat. Jack was very brave to go up to a place where a big bad giant roamed around. Yes, the giant stopped around saying fee, fi, fo, fum, and he was constantly eating people. Gross. Jack saves the people by chopping down the beanstalk. And now the people don't have to worry about that giant eating them forever and ever and ever. Those are really some good thoughts, but we don't know for sure. Let's hear from the boys and see if the giant's the good guy and Jack's the bad guy. Jack is the villain and antagonist.
And the giant is the good guy, the protagonist here.
Jack invaded the giant's home.
And the giant wasn't hurting anyone because he was up there in the clouds away from the people.
In some versions of the story, the giant's wife is helping Jack survive, but then he betrays that trust and steals from them.
The giant took very good care of his heart and his stuff, but Jack came in and robbed all his stuff.
Yeah, because when Jack steals the heart says, "Master, master, help me, help me."
Jack and the murderer. He cut down the beanstalk while the giant was on there, which kills the poor giant.
And the giant is climbing down just to retrieve the stolen things. And we're not sure if he is going to eat him. He might just be threatening Jack to make him give the stuff back. It's very fair to get your own stuff back.
Obviously, Jack is the bad guy.
Clearly, the giant is the protagonist.
We have some thoughts now. Let's find out. It is your choice. We hope you have a wise choice. Please send your choice to Mary B. Austin. It is clearly up to you to decide.
Hello, we're trying to find out how the big bad wolf is guilty or not, or innocent. Now let's talk about some news here with the guilty people.
We know the big bad wolf is guilty.
He is clearly in the wrong side.
He's trying to eat the other characters.
He's trying to kill the other main characters. That's murder.
He just in disguise, he tries to trick them.
He lies to them for them to open the door for him.
He blows down their house. That can take a long time to clean up.
That will take years to clean up and rebuild.
He's breaking in by coming down the chimney.
That is trespassing. Another crime he's guilty of.
He's not even nice. He speaks in a mean voice.
He demands them to open the door. How rude.
Clearly, he's guilty.
I agree.
That was some good evidence from the guilty people. Now let's hear about the innocent people.
We disagree.
We think the wolf is innocent.
First, let's be more respectful.
Second of all, I think we should call him the big good wolf.
The wolf was just trying to be nice. I think he's neighborly.
It's polite to meet your neighbors and check on them.
He's probably just trying to make new friends.
Or he needs their assistance.
The pigs were actually the bad ones.
Yeah, they'd lock him out and run away from him.
Maybe he was just trying to warn them.
Yeah, because he was probably trying to protect them from a tornado.
The tornado actually blew the houses down.
Yeah, wolves don't have that kind of breath, that strong.
Please think about this again.
Yeah, because he's probably innocent. Something else probably did it.
Let's give him another chance.
That is good evidence. He might be innocent. Well, now you have a tough decision to make. You heard the evidence from guilty and innocent. In your opinion, is the wolf guilty or innocent? You decide.
We are looking at a very familiar story. You might have heard it. It's a little red hen. We're looking at a close way at the main character. We're trying to decide is the little red hen good or bad? You decide.
We feel that the little red hen is good.
These are our reasons why.
She invites the others to help her.
She's a very hard worker.
I think she's very talented.
I was impressed that she was able to do all those steps and bake the bread.
Plus, she's a really good teacher.
She taught her other friends some very important lessons.
She taught them that they could not be lazy.
She said, you have to work and help out to participate in the fun.
Isn't it clear that the little red hen is good?
Absolutely.
The little red hen is good.
That was very good evidence. Now let's listen to the other side.
We disagree.
We think the little red hen is bad.
Maybe the others didn't know how to help.
She didn't even take the time to teach them.
She's the entire loaf all by herself.
She doesn't even share a crumb.
I think that's selfish.
I think that's greedy.
She's not a good sharer.
It's totally unhealthy to eat all that by herself.
I think that was mean of her to do that.
I think that was unforgiving.
Isn't it obvious?
Absolutely.
The
little red hen is bad.
That's good evidence too. Now it's up to you to decide. In your opinion, is she good or bad?
Hello, my name is John. We are going to talk about a very famous fairy tale character. It is the Little Mermaid. Some people think she is brave. Some people think she is foolish. Let's find out by the evidence.
I think she's brave. I think she's foolish. Listen to our evidence. She saves the prince from drowning. Swims with the prince all the way to shore. That shows great strength. She goes to the sea witch to make a trade. She never lets anything stop her from following her heart. She falls in love with the prince. She defeats the evil queen. Don't you agree? That's very brave. I disagree. I think she's foolish. For one thing, she disobeys her father. He tries to protect her, but she does what she wants. She falls in love with another species that's kind of foolish. You should never make a deal with the witch. You should never trade your voice or your soul. That's totally foolish. It's not a good idea to fall in love in only 3 days. That's rushing things, don't you think? I think the choice is clear. She is foolish.
Now you heard the evidence. It's up to you to decide. Is the Little Mermaid brave or foolish?
La 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 la.
Me. 1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Miss Jones. Happy birthday to you.
From the entire faculty and staff, happy birthday, Miss Jones.
Happy birthday, Mom. I love you.
Happy birthday, Mom. I love you.
Why is she such a good mom?
She's a good mom because she
She cares for us.
'Cause she works.
Even though sometimes we're sad, we know she still loves us.
Have a great birthday.
Hey guys, I'm Kaimi Fairbairn from UCLA. Go Bruins.
Hey y'all, I'm Jay Coker from the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
How y'all doing? I'm Deion Jones from LSU. Go Tigers.
Y'all make sure y'all work hard, respect your teachers so you can one day live out your dream like we have.
Study hard and stay in school.
Have fun and work hard. You can do it.